Good morning. This is it. This is not my one, this is 2 units down. So I come to do an EICR this morning, but so long story short, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get myself in trouble with my landlord, but it's a whole thing of there's an EICR he's doing because it's being left, but it's such an old fuse board in that should have been, in my eyes, changed 10, 15 years ago to allow this to be leased out. So there's a bit of a to and fro with that, but that's not today's issue. Today's issue is this. So they were going to take it down, but I've got a free day today, and I've also got Friday free to do this. So this is the mezzanine. I've already disconnected the electrics underneath. Oh, the camera's following me, 2 seconds. So we've got it underneath. There's a few things that I've realised now. I'm definitely going to get a new floor. As you can see, there's a good bouncy bit over here as well that I nearly went through. We're just going to disconnect the electrics as we can. So we've literally just got a nice solid steel frame that side, welded frame. We've got a welded frame that side, and I was just double checking as well, and earlier. So it's just sat on top of it, so make life a bit easier. We've got a staircase, which I'm not massively thrilled about because it's now trying to squeeze this into my unit. It's not going to be the best for me, but we can work around it. I think worst case scenario, I'm just going to get rid of that. So toilet block, same as mine, same size, measured it all out. As you can see, a bit of a squeaky floor there. And this is what I was saying about my unit, where it leaks and drips down. Let's not stand on that bit. We've got some electrics up here, which are just going to stay for the time being. I presume this, so I mean, this mezzanine was being put in a long time ago. The fact that we've got the phone point put up here, we've got an old heater, we've got some sockets, got lights on here as well. So the plan is, hopefully, when this comes across to mine, I can make this into a proper built-in studded wall, insulation, electrics in here. I mean, if you think of, this is the same height in mine, so the ceiling isn't going to be the highest. If we square it off, I'll probably have to just go and give it an angle, the same as what it's got, insulate it. Hopefully we can cut out the noise from the air compressor next door. And it would be a lovely little office to have, to be honest. Toasty, insulated. We could put some aircon on here when I start doing that as well, because that is on the cusp. I've got some other things going on, so I haven't quite done the course yet, but I've looked at it, priced it up. It's about, I think it's about 1,500 quid, but that is also 5 days off work. So it's not 1,500 quid, it's a lot more if you think about it. So yeah, first things first, disconnect the electrics and we can start putting the floor up. I'm going to be doing all this by myself, so I actually have got to go to a job this afternoon, but that can wait. I'm too excited with this. Just to advise everyone as well, I have tripped over these 2 bolts. So far, I've been here for less than 45 seconds, 9 times. Okay. These old school ones, you twist them, you pull them down, and my other half the other day, for no reason whatsoever, one of her friends, one of these had broken it, which was under the smaller ones. She decided to put it in the back of the car because it had gone, to show me. So taking a picture of it, so just measuring it, she put it in the back of the car and it popped with her in it. She's still with us. This is what I love about ripping stuff out. I'm not here. Done. Just a couple of screws. Same thing with this one. It's just all piggybacked, and you can see from. So this is your typical unit wiring that you'll see, or garage wiring, should we say? I've already snipped this off down here. Hopefully, my plan is for doing everything my side. So we've got decent head height here, really, to a point. Mitch will be fine. Christ, it'd be like a mansion, this place for him. Is potentially board the ceilings and just do as many LED tiles as possible underneath to make it like, I want it to look like the Bat Cave. I want to waste all of my money that I've earned and spend it. Ooh. Right, I've started taking the floor up. You know, one of them jobs that you really shouldn't be doing by yourself. That's pulled up. I've just got the first one off, and then we've got to follow way back to the wall. But I was trying to find out which way it started, with left to right. But by the looks of it, this was the last one put in, and then that was just lay on top of it for here. So we can put that back down. It wasn't even screwed, which was nice. But these are nailed, and by the looks of it, they've got some glue on it. That shouldn't be an issue. But what we're going to do is, I'll be fair, I should have done this originally. I'm going to measure the square foot of it now, and then I'll end up just going B&Q, or I'd like to do it in ply, but ply is going to be a lot more expensive, and just do the same floorboards again. I've also got on each individual joist down below marked out 1 to 5, right and left, and then also put a Sharpie on the center point of the steel, so I can literally just duplicate it like for like, and it shouldn't go wrong. I really would like to start from that way and work this way, to be completely honest. I'm just even going to rag that bit up over there. I might go down and hit it up with the hammer. That makes perfect sense. Oh, I'm so hot. This is what it's like to actually have like a hard-working, grafting job. I don't like it, disgusting. So we've got this done off. I was started to do it neatly and I just gave up. We took all the, oh, I've missed a nail. I've just seen a nail there. We're going to jump down now. I think this last piece here, but I can't quite get to it because someone's put a socket on top. To any chippies watching this as well, there is 0 noggins other than these things, which will do absolutely sod all. Do I need to start putting some noggins across just to reinforce it and hold it together? Please let me know below. To be fair, what I could do is probably put all the racking up there and have down here and insulate down here. But do I really want to take apart every single storage shelving that I've got to move up to put loads of weight up there? No. Right, let's try and do the first one. Just had to sit down for a minute and just get my breath back. That's down. Obviously you can see the stairs is another thing to tackle, but I think first, my unit is upside down as of the last video where I chucked stuff everywhere to make room for this. So I don't really have room to put all of these in yet. I think the best thing would be is to unbolt these, move them across somehow. I might see if Adam's free because I could presume they're heavier than the wood, and then roughly put them in place and then bring the wood over. And then thing is, I said I'll take the mezzanine off their hands. Obviously it's all for free because they needed it out of the way, and I can't really leave them with all the wood because I didn't really want it and be like, oh well, yeah, it's rotten, you can get rid of it. So I presume at some point I'm just going to move all this across, denail it, and then I'll just take it to the tip because it's just no good to anyone. So let me go and get a socket set and we'll unbolt them. I like to say I've got a nice socket set that fits in the Milwaukee stuff, but I don't, as of yet anyway. But yeah, I think my dad's got an old Draper set that I pinched. He doesn't use it anymore. Right, I've just unbolted it. I was going to film myself unbolting it, but Mitch rang. But so the other issue I've got is the threaded bolts, or threaded rod into the floor. I'm not quite sure on the fixings, to be honest. But I presume I could just buy some threaded bolts and whack them in the floor. Would it be wrong of me to screw and plug it with some brown screws and some big plugs? Probably. Do I care? Not really. Okay, we've got 2 lovely helpers that turned up. Ashley and Mitch. Ash is now working for Mitch. Long story short, I'll let Mitch explain it on one of your videos. Yeah. It's much easier. But while we're here, we've just moved across. This is how much of a mess everything is in here. Yes, so that frame is up over there. Awesome. That one's in here. And Mitch has now convinced me. I'm really glad I didn't show that DVD cover off down there. If you watch my Instagram, you'll know what I'm on about. Mitch has turned around and said to me, do not put wood screws in, go and get some proper fixings. So,
last thing I want to hear is local Stoke electrician fault.
I'm not a Stokey. He keeps calling me a Stokey. Anyway, so, because my dad's not here to tell me to do, Mitch is pretty much the same age as my dad, so he's also helping.
Sorry, mate.
So I've just spent the past half an hour. I've denailed, I've descrewed, I've destapled and decabled every single joist, so I'm happy with that. I've got the angle grinder out. I've angle grinded all of the threaded bolts in and around. I've swept, I've tidied, I've unscrewed this, which was fairly easy, but then there's a screw that's just here that goes through. So now, it does come off, but that's in serious heavy. That's serious heavy. That's got a lot of weight in it, so I'm gonna have to get 2 mates at some point to come round, give me a hand with that, and then we'll wait and see. So I'm gonna get some fixings and do the stuff in there in the next couple of days, so we'll see you shortly. Right, day 2 of the mezzanine build. I went to Screwfix last night and got some Fisher fixings, and if you don't know what these are concrete fixings that you drill in. As you put it in the floor, as you tighten that up, it spreads it out and whatnot. Mitch did try and convince me to get the capsules you put in the ground, you smash it, you put the threaded rod in, let it harden, everything like that. I couldn't get any quick enough for me to go, right, okay. So what we're gonna do, last night, I set the laser up. This is now perfectly level to the side of that one over there, which is good news. So I'm just gonna get the 12mm bit, which I've never ever used, here, drill down, pop these in, we'll get it ratcheted up, and then I bought some spray paint to give it a lick of paint because I detest the blue. All right, I've drilled them, I've hoovered the holes out. Right, so that was semi-successful. They were all in, except for that one where there was obviously too much muck in the floor and the bolt didn't go all the way down, but everything else is solid, I'm happy. Bought some spray paint. I've gone around with a big wipe. I'm just gonna do a light coating, realistically just on this side. So in a little bit as well, see it's already drying anyway, I'm gonna get a couple of joists, get some power grab and bond wherever my big box of CT1 is, because at the moment, these are bolted in, but they ain't square, is unlike before where they rested it on and this was just literally flapping around loose, is we're going to PGB it, and also I'm going to put some self-tappers and some L brackets to hold it all square into place, so it's a bit more solid than the last one, hopefully. You can't see me yet, but I'm off camera. Ow, I've just picked up the wood and I brought it in the unit the wrong way around. Don't knock that up, I like that light. Oh, right. Oh, someone's put loads of stuff in the way. Oh my God, I've got to do this 6 times. Right, we're getting somewhere. That'll do, it can stay there. Oh, I forgot to take that piece of CLS off over here. CLS is off. I've gone round and cleaned, because I was going to spray this and then I realised that I made marks where I want the centres of the beam, so I've cleaned with a big wipe on top so we can get a good fix into it. But now we'll find out if this is... Oh, God. Right, I'm pretty much there now, so I don't have to move this twice. This is PGB by C-Tech CT1. What I'm going to do is, on here where I've made it clean, I'm going to do a gulp there, a gulp that side. This way's against the wall and this is square already. It's just that side. So I want to try and get this on, get it gripped, because tomorrow I move things around, I've got the day off, so we can go and buy the floor and do all the flooring. So let me get this down. I'm not sure he had this fascia board in his unit, because mine won't go on because of that. Done. For the next ones, I will just cut them down a bit on the floor, but I'm not taking this down again, not a chance. So I've put a very big clamp on that side, because every time I knock this side, that side comes out vice versa. So now that's in there, where's my hammer gone? Honestly, I'm going to lose my rag in a minute. Right, so I've got a spirit level here to try and get it square. Right, 5 more. We have done it. It was pointless me recording me carrying every single one in, because all you would have got me is swearing, huffing and loud breathing. So we've got it on. What I ended up doing, because I presume, I never checked the level when I took it off, but this was nowhere near level, even though this is. Beams are twisted, so I've put packers under, ply, this blah, 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 all that sort of stuff all the way around. But we have it in. So this means as of tomorrow, I can go and purchase some floor from B&Q in the morning, come across, but I'll do that on a separate video, and then we're gonna start doing some wiring underneath. So thank you very much for watching. This so far has been enjoyable for myself. I love stuff like this. I'm not earning any money, but this is cool, and eventually what it's gonna turn into. So like the video if you haven't already. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next one. Love you, bye.